Right then. So if you have to take a picture, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
As it's just you, Marion, don't worry about muting yourself.
Okay. I shut the door, so we shouldn't get interrupted anyway.
Oh, you know, I think my knees are getting bloody worse, not better.
I meant to ask, so when you stretch your leg out, your left leg,
Yeah.
that's your bad knee, isn't it?
Well, they're both bad, but that's the replacement. And at the moment, I can sit if I've got height, cross-legged, but I'm not sure that it does it any good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I prefer just to do that, and then I'm not doing it any harm. But I think what happens as a consequence is the rotation of the hip going that way has got really bad. So,
really?
Yeah, but it's difficult to find things to do that open it up that way without putting pressure on my knee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, we'll get there. And even if I have to sit like this forever, it's not the end of the world, is it?
It's not swollen anymore, is it? Or is it?
Well, both my knees are swollen. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Right then, let's have a stretch.
Where are you? Can't see you. Oh, here we go. Just close that window. Here we go.
Okay, big stretch. Lifting your shoulders up. Arms back as far as you can without putting any pinching in your shoulders. Turning your palms down towards the ground, bring them down, keep your height, fingertips on the floor, and just take a few gentle breaths, growing your spine up as you breathe in, expanding your chest, and dropping your shoulders down your back. A couple more breaths like that. And then just carefully bringing your hands onto your thighs, maintaining that height. And then some shoulder rolls, so bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, round and back. And change direction. Okay, and now we'll do a neck stretch. So if you'd like to take your right hand, palm facing up, bring it on the left side of your head and just gently rest your hand there. Don't pull. Let your left shoulder drop down. Just gently stretch that side of your neck. And then swapping sides. And then one more time each side. And then dropping your arms again. Just start to circle taking your chin down to your chest and to the side. You're doing a bit of a roll. Oh, somebody's trying to get in. Who's that? Oh, it's Claire. Oh, do you mind muting yourself now?
Yeah.
Morning, Claire. We've just started warming up.
That's fine. Sorry, girls.
All right. If you want to just mute yourself. Okay. So we're just doing a few neck rolls towards the front. And then back to centre. And then this time, take your neck all the way around. Make sure your shoulders are dropping down. And then change direction. And back to neutral. Okay then, so left arm up, palm facing to the right, right hand on the floor. And just give yourself a gentle stretch, making sure that you keep your left sit bone on the mat. Just peeking up underneath your arm to try and keep your chest nice and open. And then breathing in up to centre and exhaling down to the other side. Just gently pulsing that hand to the wall at the left. And back to centre and exhale to the right. Gentle pulses. Back to centre and one more time to the left. And back to centre. Then bringing your hands, palms down onto your thighs. As you gently push your hands towards your knees. Head back, shoulders back into a cow. And then pulling them gently towards you, arch your spine, chin down towards your chest, and flexing your spine the other way. So inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then back to seated. And then if you'd like to sit along the long edge of your mat, legs apart, toes pointing up to the ceiling, move your bottom flesh backwards and just grow. And then we're just going to do some circles. So facing your left foot, you're coming down, taking your eyes, your fingertips forwards to the other side and back up. So you're like, it's like stirring a big pot. Inhaling up and exhaling down. We'll keep going with this for a few breaths. And Twiglet's helping me, bless her. I think she thinks it's a game. Is it a game? No way. And back to neutral. Fingertips on the ground, just get that height again, breathing in, breathing into your chest, lifting your chest up. And then taking your hands towards the right foot, stir the other way. And back to centre, fingertips on the ground, nice long spine. And then taking your fingertips on the floor in front of you, looking up, just walk your fingertips forwards, just gently. And then just gently pulse. Keep your legs engaged and your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And then I just want you to drop your head and just come down and relax. And then slowly walking back up. Turning to face your right leg, and walking your fingertips forward and just come down over that right knee. Just letting your head relax down towards that knee. And then walking all the way around to the other side, dropping your head down towards your left knee. And walking back round to the right, head towards the right knee. And then walking back to the left, head towards the left knee. And then walking to centre, and one more time, just walking your hands forward, looking up, and then dropping your head at the last minute. And you might find that you're just a little bit further down this time. Walking back up, bending your knees, soles of your feet together. And holding onto your ankles, just gently pulse your knees up and down. Straight back, relaxed jaw. And then I want you to straighten your left leg, keeping your right leg bent, and bring your right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Sitting up tall, turning to face your left foot, and again bringing your head down towards your left knee. And relax and breathe. And then walking your hands back round to the front of the mat, keeping your left leg straight, your right knee bent, and just coming over onto your front. Your right shin in front of you, fingertips on the ground. Into your pigeon pose, stretching up, stretching that back leg straight back, pointing your toe, and then just slowly bring yourself down over that leg, either onto your, you can stay on your hands, you can go onto your elbows, or just drop down over your knee, your leg, and just breathe. Make sure you relax your belly, all the muscles around your hips. Just release. And then walking your hands back up, turning to the long edge of your mat, bringing your left leg in and back into the butterfly pose with your soles of your feet together, and just give your knees a little bounce. Keep your left leg bent, straighten out your right leg, bringing your left foot onto the inside of your right thigh, fingertips on the ground, get some height in that spine, and then just carefully fold down over that right leg, letting your head drop towards your knee. And then slowly coming up. And this time keeping your left leg bent, turning over onto your front, your right leg shooting out behind you, and come into the pigeon pose on the other side. Take some height, breathing in. And then as you exhale, just slowly walking your hands forward, either staying on your hands or maybe dropping onto your elbows and then dropping your head. And breathe. Every time you breathe out, just release those hips a little bit more. And then walking your hands back, plant your hands shoulder width apart, turning your back toes and coming up into an easy dog. Just gently walking your legs, bringing your heels up and down. It doesn't matter if your heels touch the mat or not. And then when you're up, twist on your toes to drop your heels towards the right side of your mat. Just give yourself a stretch down the left side of your body. And then again, coming up onto your toes, dropping your heels down towards the left. Stretching the right of your body. And coming back up to centre. Push with your hands. Push, push. Up onto your toes. And then just wave forward, keeping your back arched upwards, head down, and come and bring your shoulders over your hands. And then just walk your feet forwards into a forward fold. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling fold. And inhaling all the way up and into mountain pose. Okay, if you'd just like to set your mountain, so feet are hip width apart, your joints are stacked, your hips, your knees, your ankles. The outside edge of your feet is parallel with the outside edge of your mat. Your tailbone is just gently dropping down. Grow your spine, shoulders back, shoulder blades just dropping down your back. Palms facing forward, chin parallel with the ground. Close your eyes and take a few breaths, just feeling the balance, the stillness. Inhaling, arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale back to mountain and reset. And then as you inhale, bringing your arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhaling to mountain. Inhaling up. And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to mountain. We'll do one more of these half sun A's. So inhaling, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to mountain and just take a breath to reset. Inhaling up And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. And as you exhale, plant your hands shoulder width apart. Go back into a plank. Take a breath here. Check your alignment. And then as you exhale, you can knees, chest, chin. Inhaling into a little cobra. And exhale to down dog. Take 3 breaths. And on your next exhale, bringing your feet forward to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, mountain. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands into plank, take a breath, and then go through a Vinyasa Yogi's Choice. You might want to do a half yogi push-up, or a full yogi push-up, or stick with the knees, chest, chin. And we meet in down dog and take 3 breaths. On your next exhale, walking your feet forward into a forward fold. Inhale halfway up and exhale, fold. Inhale, soft knees all the way up and exhale to mountain. Inhaling up and exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up and planting your hands into plank and go through another vinyasa and we'll meet in down dog. And we'll take 3 breaths together. On the next exhale, bring your feet to the front of the mat into your forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhaling to mountain pose. Just take a breath, reset, check your alignment. Inhaling up and exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, plank and through a vinyasa. And we meet in down dog, 3 breaths. And then what I'd like you to do is come onto your toes, bring your body forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists into a plank pose. Stay here for a breath. And then dropping your knees to the floor, flatten your feet, and pushing with your hands into a child's pose. And then again, coming forward. And this time, just dropping your hips to the floor. So your pelvis touches the floor, and then slowly bring yourself down onto the floor and resting your head on your hands. I'll turn your head the other way. And then planting your hands under your shoulders and pushing up into a downward dog. As you exhale, Stepping forward to a forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhaling up, stretching your arms and exhaling to mountain. Just take a breath or two, reset. Okay, if you'd like to take your left leg, turn to face the long side of your mat, take your left leg to the side so that you're in a wide-legged stance with your the outside edge of your feet parallel with the ends of your mat. Okay, just bringing your arms onto your hands onto your waist, stretching up, pulling your elbows back towards each other, and just taking a little back bend. And then bringing your head back up, keeping your hands where they are, and slowly coming down, look up and keep your back straight. And dropping your hands, keep looking forward. If you need some blocks under your hands, that's fine. And then if you want more, dropping your body, flats of your hands on the floor, fingers pointing forwards, elbows pointing back with your hands between your feet. So your feet and your hands are in a line. And you push your hands forward as you just gently bring yourself down. Stretch the back of those legs. Walk over to the left leg, head to knee. And then walking round to the right leg, head to knee. Back to centre. Now, if you want to, then heel toe your legs out to come deeper. Come onto your elbows if that helps. Give yourself a bit of support. Just give those inner thighs a bit of a stretch. And then coming back up, heel toe back in. Looking up, straight back, fingertips on the floor, and then slowly coming up, hands onto your waist into a little back bend, pushing those hips forward and back to neutral. And then taking yourself to the front of the mat, reset into mountain pose. So I haven't got my watch. What time am I going for? I seem to have lost my timing device. What time is it? Okay, we're fine. Right, so from your mountain pose, take your arms parallel forward and sit down into your chair. So the alignment here of your knees is really important because they need to be tracking with your joints all stacked over each other. So when you bring your knees forward and glance down, you should be able to see your big toe and your first toe. Okay. Look up between your hands, and then as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway up, exhale into plank and go through a vinyasa, and we'll meet in down dog. Once you're in down dog, inhaling your right leg up, coming up onto your left toes, really pushing through your hands and extend that leg up, really getting a really nice split. And then as you exhale, bring that leg through, planting it at the front of the mat and turning out your back foot 45 degrees into a warrior one. Little bounce in this. Exhaling your hands down, taking yourself back. into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, moving your hips from side to side. And then into plank, through a vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. Do the other side. So we're inhaling our left leg up onto your toes, really stretching that leg up, pushing through your hands. And then as you exhale, bring that foot forward, turning out your back foot 45 degrees into a warrior one. Gentle pulses, just check the alignment of your knee, tracking over your foot. Hands down. It's down dog. Really stretching now. Chest towards the knees. Into plank. Hold. Breathe. And exhale. Going through your vinyasa. And in down dog, we'll take a few breaths. And on your next exhale, bring your feet to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhaling halfway up, and exhale, fold. Then inhaling, bending your knees, come into your chair, and exhale to your mountain. Take a breath. Then inhaling your arms forward into your chair, check your tracking of your knees, looking up between your hands, sit nice and low. Exhaling, fold. Inhale halfway up, and as you exhale, plant your hands and find your plank and go through a vinyasa. And once we're in down dog, your next inhale, rise your right leg. Exhaling it forward, turning out the back foot into warrior one. Then turning into warrior two as you exhale. Reverse warrior, turning your front palm up. And then I want you to straighten your front leg as you cartwheel your hands forward and turn your back leg so that your feet are both pointing forwards. And just bring your hand down over that knee and relax down over that front leg. And then coming back up, just take a breath. And taking that foot back into a down dog, to plank, and through a vinyasa. And when you're in down dog, on your next in-breath, left leg up. And exhale it forward, turning out the back foot 45 degrees into warrior one. And then as you exhale, turning your body into warrior two. Turning your front palm and inhaling into a reverse warrior. And then as you cartwheel your hands forward onto the ground, turning your back foot so it's pointing forwards, straighten your front leg and fold over that left leg. If you want to, you can take your toes off the ground. Just increase that stretch a bit in the back of that leg. Palms to the ground, down dog, into your plank. and through a vinyasa. I'll meet in down dog and take a few breaths here. And then on your next exhale, taking your feet to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. And as you inhale, bend your knees, palms facing each other, bringing your arms up and forward and sit down into your chair. And then as you exhale, back to mountain. And we'll take a breath. Inhaling into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold into plank through a vinyasa, and we'll meet in down dog. Okay, as you breathe in, lifting your right leg. Now this time I want you to bring your right foot forward. Don't turn out your back foot. And then I want you to bring that back knee to the ground so that you're in a low lunge. Okay? So sitting up, let your pelvis just drop, front knee over your ankle. We'll just breathe here for a few minutes. Just letting us sink down. And then as you exhale, straighten your front leg, bum comes back, fingertips to the floor, and fold into your half splits or half Hanuman. And relax. Inhale to low lunge. And exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step back into a plank and go through a vinyasa. Now we meet in down dog. Inhaling our left leg up and exhaling it forward, dropping the back knee into a low lunge on the other side. You can keep your hands on your knee, give yourself a bit of support, some height. Just let your pelvis drop. Feel that stretch in the front of your right hip, psoas muscles. And then as you exhale, hands, fingertips to the ground, bringing your bum back, straightening your leg, peeling that foot off the ground, and fold down over your left leg. We'll just stay here for a few breaths. Then as you inhale, coming forward, arms up into your low lunge, and exhaling, half splits. Inhaling, low lunge. Exhaling, half splits. Inhaling, low lunge. And exhaling, half splits. Inhaling, low lunge. And then as you exhale, plant your hands and come into a plank. just let's just go through your alignment here in this plank. So your wrists are directly under your shoulders, and then your fingertips are really spread out, okay? And you can either have your pointy finger or your second finger pointing forwards, whichever's more comfortable for you. And then turning out your upper arm so that the eye of your elbows are pointing forwards. And then really pushing up into your shoulders. Really strong. And then as you exhale, go through another vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths. And then on your next exhale, walking forward into a forward fold, inhaling halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, coming into your chair. Check the tracking of those knees. Let's just have a little bounce here, just letting your knees track backwards and forwards. Sitting down, sitting down, sitting down. And then, as you exhale, into mountain. Well done, just take a few breaths here. And then bringing your hands up. Exhale, bringing your fingertips to the floor, and then take your pistol fingers, which are the first two fingers, wrapping the other fingers back and with your thumbs over those, and taking those fingers between your big toe and your first toe, with your palms facing to each other, and just put those fingers around that big toe. Looking forward, stretching your spine. And then as you exhale, let your elbows drop outwards and release your head. A few breaths. Maybe pulse a little bit, using the strength of your arms. And then as you come partly up, let go of your toes and just slide your palms underneath your feet. And then moving your feet around. Your toes should be right up to your wrist crease. Bend your knees if you need to, that's absolutely fine. And then removing your hands into your forward fold. And inhaling up to chair. And then as you exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back into down dog. Really push with those hands. Okay, stepping your right foot forward, turning your body again so that you can sit with your legs wide along the long edge of the mat. Just going to do a little bit more hip work here. Breathing tall. And then taking your left hand, palm facing up over, and come into a side bend. Looking up under that left arm to keep your chest open. Inhale up and exhale down to the left. Take an inhale and release. Inhaling up, Exhale to the right. Inhale. And release. Inhaling up and exhaling to the left. Release. And bringing it up to centre and coming forward. Fingertips on the ground, walking forward, look up, look up, look up, look up, look up, and drop your head. Walking over to the left, bringing your face towards your left knee. You can use your left arm on the outside of your left leg if you like, just to push and just help to twist your torso over a bit more. And then walking round, keep low, walking round, walking round, walking round, and head to the on the other side. And back to centre. Okay, if you'd like to come back into a low lunge, with your right foot forward. Let your hips drop and arms up. And then as you exhale, hands down, bum back, peeling your front foot off the floor into your half splits. And just let your head drop down. Inhaling up. And exhaling, half splits. Inhaling up. And exhaling, the half Hanuman. And then as you come back up into your low lunge, just take a few breaths here. Then bringing your hands to the floor, back to a downward facing dog. Pushing those hands, pushing those hips up, chest towards the floor. And then bringing your left foot forward, come into a low lunge on the other side. Hands on your knee, push yourself up. Get some height, and then let those hips drop. Arms up. And then as you exhale, bringing your hands down, peeling your left foot off the mat, straightening your left foot down, fold down over that left leg. Inhaling back to low lunge. And exhale to your half Hanuman. Inhaling up. And exhale. Inhaling up. And as you exhale, plant your hands into a downward facing dog. So back into low lunge with the right foot forward. And this time I'd like you just to walk with your toes, just bringing your foot forward, just so that everything lowers a little bit more. In fact, just grab a couple of blocks if you would. Bricks. Okay. So we're walking that foot forward, but we've got we've got these bricks just to take some of the weight, so we don't put too much weight through and hurt ourselves. And slide forwards into your splits. And then if you want to, you can walk your hands forward and fold down. Take a few breaths. And then walking your hands back up, into a downward facing dog. Take a breath. So now taking your left foot forward into a low lunge on the other side, grab your bricks, some height, let your pelvis drop and start to just walk those toes, that foot forwards. Stopping every now and again and just letting everything settle. And then maybe slide your heel away from you and come down into your splits. If you want to fold forward, fold forward. And then coming back up into your downward facing dog. Oh, well done everybody. Okay, coming into a tabletop, just align yourself, get rid of your props. So taking your right hand up towards the sky, towards the right, into a twist, and then bringing that hand palm facing up behind your left arm, and then down so that your shoulder and the side of your head are touching the floor, and then bringing your left arm up. Take a breath. Bringing your palm in front of your face, pushing up back into your tabletop. Inhaling your left arm up to the left, opening up, and then sliding that arm behind your right arm, twisting round and bringing your left shoulder to the ground, and lifting your right arm up. And planting that hand down in front of your face, coming back up onto your hands. Then taking your feet back into a plank. And then really slowly, I want you to bring yourself down into a seal pose. So in a seal pose, your hands are wider and your feet are wider, and you're pushing up. Or you can go onto your elbows with your fingers pointing forwards. And then if you want to increase that a bit more, just walk your hands back a bit, pulling your chest through between your arms, and just letting your pelvis drop to the mat. And then just slowly bring yourself down onto the mat. And then coming onto your right side, your elbow on the floor, just rest your head on that hand. And taking your left leg up, grab the foot. Oh, it's a bit of a balance this as well. Just grab the foot and just bring it up. Move it around. Bend and straighten the knee. Push your hips forward. And release. And then rolling over onto the other side. We'll do the same on the other side. Find your balance. And then releasing down, coming onto your back. Big inhale through the nose. And a big exhale through the mouth. Another couple of those. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, bending your knees, bringing your hands onto your knees, and just sort of circle your knees around, working into that hip joint. And then bringing your knees together, your arms out to each side, palms facing up, and just drop your knees towards your right armpit and turning your head to the left. And breathe. Knees back to center. As you inhale, and then exhale your knees down towards your left armpit, looking over to the right. And then knees back to center. And then dropping your feet onto the floor. Let your knees fall out, your soles of your feet together. And then bringing your arms overhead, hold your elbows, if that's comfortable. If it pinches your shoulders, then just keep your arms by your side. And just relax. Change the crossing of your elbows. And then releasing your hands, taking your hands to the outside of your legs and just using your arms to bring your knees together, stretching your legs out into Shavasana, final relaxation. Relax your jaw and your tongue. And relax your belly. And just with your mind's eye, just scan the body and just check if you're holding yourself anywhere. And now just sink. And just start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Bring your arms overhead and give yourself a really good stretch. Rolling over onto your right hand side and using your arm as a pillow. Just take a few breaths here. Keep your eyes closed. And then planting your left hand in front of your face, pushing yourself up. Just come up into a comfortable seated position. Well done, guys. Namaste. See you on Monday, I hope. Right then.